actually had so much fun. I was slightly nervous because I was like, oh my word. And I was like trying to binge on the podcast. I'm like, what type of questions can they ask me? And I'm like, these are your friends. Literally, just go have a conversation.
Literally, it's a catch up. It's a catch up.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you guys on the streets.
Yes. Welcome to the pod. Yeah, welcome to the pod. Posties. Welcome to the pod.
We're doing ad-libs now?
That's fine. How you doing, brother?
Dude, I'm good. I'm even better. It's a little bit of a blast from the past today. You know what I'm saying?
The past, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Oh my goodness, bro. We have a legend in here, bro.
Bruh.
If you know, you know.
Dog, we were talking about the head girl. Of just life, even.
My boy, we were talking about get your finances right. We were talking about have you budgeted this year? Have you budgeted? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we're about to introduce you to someone who's going to change your life. Please watch her YouTube, listen to her podcast, read her blog. Oh my God, baby, it's Nokuhle Kumalo. You already know what it is.
CSA. Yeah.
Don't forget.
Come on now.
I'm paying for those letters.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
Oh, man,
Good.
Hi, Posties podcast. My name is Nokuhle Kumalo, as they have kindly introduced me, but I am a content creator myself, so I will definitely take the lead when I want.
Oh.
Sheesh.
What's
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Coup d'etat on set.
I don't know what to do right now.
Why? I'm like accosted, bro.
Sheesh.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much for jumping on, dude. I feel like this one is definitely one that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who she is, I promise you should probably tap in. You should probably tap in.
Your bank account might do better.
I
I'm just
like
saying.
that.
You get me?
No, what's your vibe today?
What? I don't know how to answer that question. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
Oh.
guys. You see, I'm not in touch with my cool kid side, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I'm good, guys. I'm actually super excited to be here. Blog from the past. It's like I'm back at UCT, but like I'm slightly richer. So I'm really excited to be here, you guys, and I'm really proud of you guys. I love seeing people create content, and especially when it's different. And you guys are bringing breath of fresh air to the industry. I don't know if we are called an industry.
Well, we are now.
Sorry,
We're opening up the industry.
I think then we can start the chat a little bit there because one thing about you, I was watching some of your videos back in the day, and there was one you shot in the car. Where you're talking about everything you guys need to know about what's if you want to get into sharing, you're getting into stocks, all of these things. And literally, you were shooting that in your car. Of course, we can talk about the views, 400-something thousand. Something like that, you know.
Road time you came, by the way. If you don't know,
exactly. So it's a thing of like, one thing I've always admired you is you've never been like afraid to start something. Like, even though, okay, cool, we're pushing the finance route, whatever. It's a thing of like, I can create a digital site. I don't need all the setup if I have just knowledge to give. Like, have you always been like that?
Actually, the YouTube channel was a mistake, but we'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was meant to be like a vlogging, spend the day with me type of thing. But the direction it took was a complete mistake. A great one. But in terms of starting with what you have, definitely, like that's literally me. And I know you mentioned like I was shooting in my car. I actually still shoot in my car some days. And
sound.
Listen,
Traffic.
And I know my little cousin was like, when you see Nokuhle in the car, just know you're about to get fire content. And I was like, exactly. Exactly. Because there's no distractions, it's just me and my camera, and I'm just running through it. So I think that's also what people need to do. Like start whether you got a phone. I mean, my videos were all shot on my phone, except like for the last year using a camera. But even then, I still like my phone because you can edit on the go. It's easy to manipulate the footage when it's on your phone than on a camera and a laptop and a MacBook.
You're dumping things here, you need it there, the
infrastructure, logistics.
No,
you put it on the drive.
No, I love that, dude. And as opposed to building that question, Because obviously you say the YouTube channel started by mistake, or rather the direction it took was a mistake, right? Knowing you and knowing what you studied, right? I'd like to ask you, would you consider yourself a creative, or did you consider yourself a creative before you did that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah?
So my degree, I did become accounting, as you guys know, and I mean, I was in class with some of you guys, but it was a mistake. Well, no, that wasn't a mistake. Sorry, I did not do accounting because I liked it or because I was passionate about it. I actually did it because I needed something safe. I low-key wanted to become a teacher, and it's quite funny now because I feel like I am a teacher, just a different type of teacher. I teach online. And when I told my dad I want to be a teacher, he was like, nah. My dad's a teacher. He was like, there's no money there. You're going to live a humble life. Please do not do that. I was like, okay, cool. Let me just do this CA stream thing, whatever. I did the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, it's helped me, but not as much as people think it has. Because a lot of people are like, oh my word, you're a chartered accountant. You know all of this stuff. But actually, a lot of us don't know the stuff I actually cover in my channel. So I'll even have colleagues say, hey, bro, like, how do I buy shares? And it's like, you see, people think you would know because you're a chartered accountant, but even you don't know. So the whole mistake was, my channel was, I had so many questions when I left varsity and started working, and I didn't get the answers. No one was covering this stuff. I was like, how do I buy a car? I was getting articles from the UK, the US. And when I asked my dad, how do I buy a car? He's like, oh, you need a deposit and you need this. I was like, yo, this is outdated. Like, his knowledge is outdated. I appreciate it, but it's outdated. So when I walked the path, I was like, okay, let me just make a video for my friends, because I had a couple of friends who were still coming like behind me. I was like, whenever they ask me, I'll just be like, hey guys, here's a video. Here's a video.
There's a view too.
You know? No, it was just because I didn't want to like rob someone and not give them the full explanation. So I'd be like, yeah, everyone must just get the same set of information. This is all I know. Go figure. And people kind of liked it, and it just became a monster of its own, and I ran with it.
No, it's ridiculous, dude. It's actually ridiculous. And I actually wanted to ask on top of that, like, obviously now you were teaching your friends, right? It started from how to get a car, and then it went to how to buy shares, and then suddenly you became a library. Like, you obviously know that as a CASA, the knowledge that you're providing isn't like readily available. It's not in the standards. You can't just open page 5 and be like, this is how you buy a car. So how did you get so tapped in? Because those are literally like, I wouldn't say niche, but it's tough to figure those things out, especially as a young professional or a young graduate.
So the information is kind of there online. It's just scattered. And it's not in a user-friendly manner. It's like, they'll be super technical, and it's like, bro, not everyone will understand depreciation and all of that. Just, you know, just bring it back to normal conversation. And also my dad played quite a big part in this. So my dad is quite a finance head. As much as he's a teacher, I'm always like, if it wasn't for our not so favorable history in South Africa, I feel like my dad would have probably been a chartered accountant or something in that field, because he loves it. Even with shares and investing, my dad would be like, I hope you're investing. I hope you're doing this. My grandfather as well. Like, one of my first videos that blew up, there's a clip of my grandfather saying, make sure you do this and get an annuity and this. I was like, at the time, I didn't understand what he was saying. But now that he's late, I keep watching those clips. I'm like, actually, he was onto something. What is an annuity with cashback? Okay, let me try get that. So I think it runs in my family, and a lot of people talk about it, which is great for us, because we don't shy away from money. We talk about money. How do you make money? But I was like, I know other people don't have the knowledge of my dad and my grandfather and all of that. So let me share that with people.
This one's about to get deep. Before we get deep, it's time for the drip cam, baby. So drip cam is a segment of the show where we just let you put on what you got on. You know what I'm saying? So what you wearing today, bro?
I am wearing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Why are you nervous now? Bro. Why are you nervous now? You knew this was coming.
I'm wearing Shein.
Okay.
Collar pants.
Okay.
You know, if you see me in anything, just assume it's Shein. Okay.
Hey, man.
Okay, but this top is Puma, and I got it in the States.
We want to talk about that too.
And they're wearing Crocs.
Puma.
Yes, it is.
We don't have those combos here. We don't have those combos here.
And I've got Crocs on. They're not too clean, so you can't show my mom. And then I've got my Gucci glasses on.
Yes,
because I have to balance out the shit.
That's what life is about, guys. Balance.
I had to to balance it out. I can't tell people I'm gonna help you with your money, but I'm just dripped in.
I like that.
It's super important. Timber.
Guys, as you know, this is a classic for the Posties family, guys. We're wearing things from Zizafa. Shout out our stylist of Zizafa. Got me and Alex stripped out nicely. You know when we're twinning, it's a special episode.
You know when it's twinning,
hey, you know.
That's
so guys,
it.
hit to Instagram, Zizafa on Instagram, guys. Please say what's up to her. Look at her stuff. She's got amazing things there, guys. And as you know, we're looking nice.
Yeah. Shout out to Zam.
Yeah, but let's continue the chats.
Wait, hold on. There's a Zap style woman.
Oh my
hey, yo,
that's a good question.
That's a very, you see, that's why we brought her on, guys. Because she also asked us the important questions. Yes, guys, she stars men, women, us, and all sizes, shapes. Like, she's literally got something for you. Also, custom outfits too.
Okay, say no more.
And she does a bunch of like unisex stuff. I walked runway for her brand once. Really cool.
Hey,
really
multi-talented.
Very true.
Okay.
Very true.
Yo, let's jump in.
I think before we get too like engrossed in the content creation side, because I think we're very much passionate in that. I think another thing people want to know is that how do you actually like become a CA? And like, because you said like it's something that you kind of like fell into because of the stability of it. Is it what you thought it was in the beginning, and like how was the journey getting into it?
I don't think I had the full picture when I got into it. I feel like if I did, maybe I would have tried to switch it up a bit. Because you know when you watch movies, you want to be a businesswoman, which is kind of what I wanted to be. I know it sounds very cliche, but I wanted to own my own business. And I know being a CA was quite a good designation to have. But then in terms of the actual work, the scope, like I was in audit, and a lot of us do like end up in audit. And with audit, you don't have that nice corner office with a pot plant and a family picture, and that's kind of what I wanted. Like, exactly. I want to walk in with a nice outfit, and I'm like in my power suit, and my kids are there, and I'm gonna receptionist.
Episode of Suits,
Exactly.
So when I got into audit, it wasn't really that. Like, okay, no one's really dressing up because we're also tired. We've been working super long hours. Bro, just look decent and come to work. And you don't really have an office. You're actually going to other people's offices. And when you get there, you're not really welcome because no one likes the auditor.
Everyone's scared of the auditor.
Exactly. People even scared to take their lunch breaks because the auditors are here.
Wow. Auditing the minutes, man.
Exactly. They think we're auditing their lunch boxes. It's like, bro, we do not have time for that. You can eat your croissants. It's okay. We are not auditing your lunch box. So I didn't really like it didn't work with my personality. I'm a very bubbly person. I love making friends and all that. So it was kind of hard because I really liked my clients, but there was always that line of independence. So it'd be like, but don't smile too much at me. I'm still your all the time. So that was my reason for kind of making a little escape from it, because I was just like, I need to feel alive again. But for those who do want to become chartered accountants, I definitely would still recommend it. I don't regret choosing it. The fact that I have the ability to walk out and walk into that industry is like incredible. And South Africa has an unemployment issue. Like it's bad.
Is it even just an issue now?
It's like part of our DNA essentially. But like
maybe if we're in AFCON. Maybe if we're in the AFCON.
Hey, anything is possible now. Tyler,
shout out Tyler.
We're pushing. And actually put a lot of respect on South Africa. We're really incredible. And when you travel and you work in other parts of the world, you realize that actually we know what the hell we're doing. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why we don't have electricity, but everything else, we are literally A1. But I'm glad I got a chance to step out because now I appreciate South Africa. Like, I don't want to work anywhere else.
No, that's cute.
But yeah, for those who want to be a chartered accountant, still definitely recommend it. Can work internationally. You can literally work remotely if you want. There's endless opportunities. It is hard work. You have to put in the work. Once you're done with varsity, you're smooth sailing. Varsity was the hardest part, and that's also where a lot of people fall off, which kind of sucks. But once you're done with that CTA, postgrad diploma in accounting, you're fine. Like, just run.
So now, seeing me as you decided to step away and to like explore more of yourself, can I ask, like, what are you trying to find in this season?
Hey!
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like my dad is probably gonna watch this specific segment because he's also very curious about.
Curious?
you're a chartered accountant and then you decide to leave.
You're literally.
So I actually don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to tap more into my creative side. I'm also hoping that my YouTube will also, take off a bit more. But that's just like 10% of the entire thing. I'm low-key trying to branch into the educational sector. So I feel like a lot of people...
Going back.
Yeah, low-key.
The roots.
I get, teacher, just in a different way. I just feel like a lot of people choose careers incorrectly, like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I had someone to help me at the beginning to say, what do you like? Let's look at your interests, what you don't like, what do you think work is going to be like, and try to find something that works for my personality. So I'm trying to do something like that, but obviously gamify it, so make it into an app. And if there's mentors, maybe have mentors on it. So I'm still trying to figure out the details. But for now, you can grab a copy of my Yes,
ma'am. Talk to us about it.
You can grab a copy of my book. I wrote a guidebook. It's just, one could say it's like all my videos condensed into physical form, but it kind of takes it a step further because there's certain things I can't really say on camera, but I can say in written format. And also I find that when you are going through these decisions, trying to buy a book, it's nice to have a checklist where you can tick, okay, I've done this, instead of watching a video for the 5th time and it's like, what did she say?
Yeah. Which minute was it?
Where was it? And also with the book, at least like you can actually also write in it. So it is quite an interactive book. It's not one that you read and close and bookmark. No, you go to a specific chapter. You're buying a car. You're buying a house.
Like
you go exactly, and you also like calculate how much can I afford. Like what am I looking at? What's my range? Because a lot of us will buy cars that we are approved for, because the bank will give you a car
at the end of the day.
But is it a great purchase?
Literally.
Maybe not.
I love this, dude, and like I just love like how you actually paid attention to like engaging people with like not just the text and not just like the things that are inside, but how you shaping it, the colors you put in there, the different like
100%. I'm a visual person. Okay, so if it's black and white, I am not reading that. But like if there's colors and there's even budgeting templates in here. So
did you do your budget? I asked you in the beginning. Yeah,
very true, very true. But like, can we talk a little bit about the journey of you literally having a piece of yourself?
Yeah, this is nuts,
bruh. Like literally, no one's doing this,
bro.
This age, no one's doing this. How was that journey?
No, I don't even want to talk about this because people are gonna not think this is a good piece of product.
No.
I read this. Listen, I read this in like 2.5 weeks.
Okay, but
you're high level.
Look at where it comes from.
Okay, but also, I mean, I'm spending the entire day, so it's like 2.5 weeks of 8-hour days. So it's quite solid.
And also the knowledge you amassed putting that together.
You know what I'm
How
saying,
many YouTube videos that you put out and you don't put yourself down.
Under the belt, and you condense into a book. Like I wish I could go back and watch all 5 years of the video.
We're officially responsible now. There's no ways, guys. Get this book. There's no ways.
Yeah, if you want to grab this book, go to www.lomaku.co.za. And Lomaku is actually a play on my surname. It's Kumalo.
Oh, creative.
Guys, those details will be in the description below, guys. Jeez. I want to take us a little bit international. The next conversation that we have. You did touch about how you welcome back to South Africa.
Yeah.
First and foremost, but you're a globetrotter, and like a globetrotter in the corporate sense. Like we can talk about you in the States, you in Australia. Like, how was working in both of those different places? And what actually brought you back home?
Well, you know the answer to that. It's in front of you.
Hey. Shut up, my guys. But no, we can't do that because then if that's the case, why do you have a diary of the dating time?
Hold on.
It's hot. It got hot.
Guys, this was a serious episode. Doesn't mean we can't still kiki. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but let me give you the real answer. So working in the States was really fun. I enjoyed going to America. I mean, everyone wants to go to America. It's like, wow, you've made it. Interesting. But when I got there, I realized I didn't really enjoy the work life that they had. The pay was really good. Like, the pay in America is the best anyway. Like, America,
Yeah.
they pay the most.
Doila.
But you also work very long hours. But also, it's not like it's foreign to me. In South Africa, we work a lot of hours as well.
Yeah.
But in South Africa, it's like for a reason.
Yeah.
You're working because there's so much work to be done and you guys are short-staffed and all of that.
Yeah.
In America, you just work long hours because you work long hours.
Okay.
And it's like sometimes I could do something in like 8 hours, but like now you have to kind of do it in 12 hours. So you kind of slow your brain down a bit. And I was like, I do not want to do that because it means I'm going to have an issue when I have to come back to South Africa and like condense the speed.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm like, oh my word, I feel like I'm being abused in South
Intense,
Africa.
yeah.
Why do they slave away so much?
Yeah.
So that was my issue with the US. But also, as much as you earn a lot, everything is expensive in the States. Like, clothes are cheap. I love clothes. But like food is super expensive and the food was disgusting.
I love enjoying it. I love watching your reviews.
Because you're going in and then you transfer how much it's costing rent. You're like, I ain't gay.
You see when people, when I was buying KFC and it was a Streetwise 2 and a junior burger was 650 rand. I was like, no ways.
This is for me. Yeah.
I bought it, okay, because I was like, let me try it out. Did I not vomit?
No.
And I never vomit. I think I vomited 4 times in my entire life, and the 4th time was in America.
Shit.
I'm not like, if I pay 600 rand for a Streetwise 2.
And then I vomited afterwards. I know, someone's catching hands, bro. Someone's catching hands, though.
And you know when you're trying to, okay, this is disgusting, but when you're gonna vomit, you like try to hold it in. And for me, I was like, I cannot vomit 600 rand. Like, there is no way.
Hey.
But then the clothes, conversely, like the clothes are super cheap. Like I know my mom was like, oh my word, you're buying so many branded things. I'm like, because you can either buy a plain white t-shirt or you can buy a plain white t-shirt with Calvin Klein on it and it costs the same.
Wow.
So you might as well just get the one with Calvin Klein. Even with your luxury products, your Gucci's, your LVs, they're not that much cheaper, but better than South Africa. So, you know, I kind of lived there. I kind of lived. But that was the only nice stuff about America. Like, I wouldn't live there. I wouldn't raise my kids there. No. Australia on the other side, perfect.
Where were you in Australia?
I was in Melbourne. It was perfect. But also I think it's because I was with the bigger group, so they were like, I had like a lot of friends in Australia. So maybe that also made the experience nicer. But it was perfect in terms of the work. Like, you don't work on weekends. Literally, I remember the one time a manager was trying to ask me to work on the weekend. He was so scared and he went around circles and I'm just like...
Just say what you want to say.
I watched him because I was like, I'm not going to volunteer because he knows I'm coming from a third world country and he thinks I'm going to volunteer. I looked at him.
It was a chess match.
That's you.
And he was like, I'm not saying work, but you know, sometimes during the week, we sometimes take it easy. So like if you know you didn't really work a full 8 hours on Tuesday, maybe just make up for that time. And I looked at him like,
what do you say?
would you like us to work on the weekends? Eventually, just 1 hour. I was like, that's okay.
The Australian work culture like is really solid with the holidays, eh? Like when they're holidaying.
Yeah, and like I want to say yes, but also, you know, when you're an international secondee, sometimes they'll tell you if you can't take all the holidays type of thing.
Oh, really?
What?
But I mean, it wasn't that deep. The only thing I didn't really appreciate is that the money wasn't that great. Like it was nice, but no, I could make that in South Africa and live better.
Exactly.
And live better. And also there's a lot of political tension. So you know how Zuma must go. Everyone left and went to Australia. So obviously you find them there, which is fine. But then you can see when it's a South African white person because they have scrunched their face like, what are they doing here?
They made it too damn.
So yeah, and so there were very limited black people in Australia. So when you saw another black person, it was like, oh my word, hey. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, but they're quite a great country. It's very similar to South Africa. Even the weather, Australia, I could live there, but hopefully not.
I think we should take a little bit of a break, guys.
Want to take a little break?
Yeah, take a little break. Yeah, bathroom break. Get some water in.
You know?
Alright. Also, I'm gonna ask you guys things off camera because I need to catch up with them, but like I can't interview you guys.
Very fair, very fair. I think a question that we actually did speak about off camera, but we can actually tap into now, is that you're in a niche in your content creation. Have you found that different, having probably people in other niches where they're just talking about beauty or stuff like that? Is there a difference with approaching brands in that kind of sense? And like, how has it been your experience working with brands so far?
I definitely think there would be a difference. So with beauty and hair and lifestyle, I feel like there's a lot of content like that. So it's very hard to compete in those markets because what angle are you bringing that's going to make people leave watching, the famous YouTuber to come watch you? Your friends will obviously support, and you guys probably also know your friends will support, but the friend support isn't that much, and also kind of dwindles as the content creation grows. But with the finance sector, the personal finance sector that I'm in, there's very few of us. And even with that, there's very few that are qualified to do it. So I definitely know I have that competitive edge. I'm a chartered accountant, It's not something I'm going to shy away from. I am a chartered accountant. So even when brands approach me and I price them.
It's part of the fee.
Yes, it's part of the fee because, to you it might be like, oh, no ways. Like, you don't have that many subscribers to be quoting us this much. But the truth is, I'm going to be delivering your product and I'm a chartered accountant. People are going to trust it more because it's coming from me.
Exactly.
So I have to price that
free
into...
consultation.
I have to price that into my work. So... that's been great. And also because there's so few of us in the finance sector, you'll find that a lot of brands will approach you, but it's also very important to make sure that you are selecting them based on who aligns with your values. Because you can sign with anyone. There's a specific company that has been hounding me for 2.5 years now, and I'm still not comfortable with them.
Don't stop though, guys.
I'm still not comfortable with them. I'm still not really sure how they are operating legally in SA. So I would never recommend things that I wouldn't put my money in. 100%. And what I usually do actually, because it's finance, you see with beauty and lifestyle, you're not really telling people to do anything. You're going to buy an LV bag. It's not like someone's going to go buy the same bag. Whatever. They're just consuming. Yeah. With me, if I'm saying, okay, guys, I'm going to go invest in this, people try to mimic that. So if I lie and say I'm going to buy X and I don't, you're going to be caught in the bad side of it. And I'm fine because I was just pretending. Exactly. So I don't do that. I'm always if I'm going to do something, I have to try it out myself first. And if I'm happy with it, then that's cool, let's work. I'm happy to introduce it to my community. So I take that very seriously. And the thing is, you can get brands that will offer you a lot of money because, it's little to them. But that one bad review, that one bad product that you recommend could actually cost you your entire community.
Your brand.
And exactly your brand. No one will ever trust you again. So, not that you asked, but my advice for content creators, make sure you are doing your due diligence. Don't just work with people because they're offering it to you. And then in terms of approaching brands, so I'm actually kind of new to that now. So because I've gone full-time content creator, startup life, I'm now busy pitching, busy sending cold pitches. So that's pretty new for me. And sometimes there's no response. It's
cold level.
Hey. But it's really exciting because now at least I'm actually going for who I want instead of waiting for them to come at me. And the thing is, sometimes when you wait, they might not recognize you, they might not see you because there's so many other people that are coming across. But when you approach them, at least you're putting yourself on their radar. And that's kind of exciting for me. I'm excited for that. So
what you said there was so right, because I think we do see it with a lot of content creators. I think with the crypto boom, a lot of people, money was thrown into that. And big.
We need to know how you're laughing.
Okay, when I get to that,
content is laughing so much.
But I saw a lot of influencers, especially in the States, put all of their followers onto something that side, and when that crashes or goes well, they just go make whatever videos and content they were making before, and it's a thing of you've lost that trust from people that were maybe subscribed from day one or whatnot, because you're losing them money at the end of the day.
Livelihoods.
Yeah, literally, like your brand is everything.
No, I don't play about my money. And I was laughing because when you guys said crypto, you see the company has been chasing.
Say less. So look what your anyways. Yo.
That wasn't planned.
That was not planned. So we've obviously been introduced to you on the YouTube platform where you are not only introducing us to yourself. Actually, funny I say that because I read somewhere and I actually agree that like when you're watching YouTube, it feels like you're talking to a friend. Like super warm. Shout out to you, man. But anyway, so you've introduced us to your YouTube side, and we're speaking off camera about the podcast, and I know a blog exists as well. Can I ask, do we find different aspects of you on each and every like platform, or are you trying to like package like the knowledge so that you can sort of give it to people in different ways and they can palate it differently?
No, I'm completely different across all my socials. So like, which I'm trying to fix, but I'm also like, maybe I don't need to fix it. Maybe it's not a problem. So YouTube Nokuhle is not the same as Instagram Nokuhle, and it's also not the same as Twitter Nokuhle, and also not the same as Nokuhle on my personal YouTube, because there's and also on my couples channel. See, I'm trying to separate it so much because I have different parts of me that come out. My younger brother will usually say, "You're not even 2-faced. You're 5-faced."
Wow, my guy.
And no, he doesn't mean it in a bad way, but it's just because the way I speak really changes depending on who it is. Not in a bad way, but like when I'm in the office, you will find Nokuhle in the office. And I have had colleagues who've come to me expecting to find YouTube Nokuhle. I'm obviously a very nice person. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am a nice person. So I'm never rude, but it's just people expect me to be out there and you know. But I'm actually quite... Especially when you know me and I don't know you, and then I feel backwards. It's like, oh my word, have I forgotten this person? I'm so bad. And then I'm like, and then it's like, actually, I don't know them. It's because they watch me somewhere. But I am different, and like even when I'm working, I'll be very professional and all of that. But when you catch me on Instagram, I am laughing my ass off. I am telling you guys about a story, something that happened at UCT, and I'm, little story times. I'm very different across my channels, and that's just because I think certain people need to like digest the content in different ways. Some people want a straightforward YouTube channel where it's like teacher method. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Other people want to see me on Instagram where I'm like, hey guys, you're not going to believe what my insurance company did. So that's what they enjoy. And then on Twitter, when people say they know me off Twitter, I'm like
scared.
Because on Twitter, I'm always like, oh my word. #mommy club. What the hell? I'm very different, but it will still be consistent. You'll still see that I am a finance creator. I am a bubbly, joyful person. Ooh, okay. But it is different, but kind of the same. I have tried to branch out into a different Instagram thingy page for my business because I do want to try to keep that consistent. I'm actually low-key hoping that will take off further than my one, because on my personal channel, like I'll post a reel of my family, a reel of me and my partner, and then I'll throw in like how to save. And then it's like,
you're also trying to be like cognizant of like following in your community.
Yes, because some people are there to see Usno. Because, that's who they came for. Sno is my other name. And when people call me Sno, I know that, this person knows me from way back then. And this is a friend. So some people come for Sno, some people come for Nokuhle. And I'm trying to accommodate everyone. But I can definitely tell in terms of the engagement what people want to see more of. So it's the Sno, it's not the Nokuhle, unfortunately, on Instagram.
So I'm not lying. Shout out to little bro. But I have to say, like, as much as like there are different aspects to you, I still think that consistently you carry a specific energy and a vibe, and like you carry your spirits, and like that speaks through whether you're teaching, whether you're just laughing, whether you like talking nonsense, whether you're tweeting, whatever you're doing, I feel like that still pushes through. So like, shout out little brother.
I try. I need to keep up with the cool kids. So I try.
It's right.
I can second what Alex is saying because like the authenticity is always still there.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing of like I can say as we haven't seen her in like time, like it's been years, but it's still the same person. All the achievements. It's literally been years. Shout out Posties for bringing us together, man.
This is so cool.
2019 actually. 2019 was the last time I saw these guys.
Literally, yeah.
Wow. No, there wasn't coronavirus the last time we saw each other.
No.
Great. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so 2020 I moved to Joburg, so it's been.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been.
Nice to see you, friend.
That's so cool. Is it time?
I think it's time.
For the
Yeah. Alex, tell him what it is. Tell him what it is, dog.
The top 5 is a segment of the show where Tim and I both ask you to pick 5 things that you like in the category. For example, what are your 5 favorite subjects? Oh, mathematics. Oh, finance. Oh, economics. You get me? Do you get me?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay, I think I have one.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Be nice.
Listen, this is gonna be a fun one. Give me your top 5 favorite cool words. Hi,
That's a good start.
You know what?
Batong.
Okay.
Oh gosh, this is kind of hard.
Hey, you said you started.
After 2, it gets tough.
Lomaku.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
2 more.
Louis Vuitton.
Nah. I'll take it. A win is a win.
Yeah, no, a win is a win. Okay, Nokuhle. On my side, top 5 finance myths that need to be debunked.
Ooh. What's a...
Hey, this is a loaded question. One, buying doesn't mean you're paying off someone's rent. I mean, renting doesn't mean you're buying. Hold on. Renting does not mean you're paying off someone's mortgage. Like, you know, it's not always buy property. It makes sense. It depends. 2, it's okay to spend all your money. I know that sounds bad. Money always comes back. I agree. Obviously, pay off your big critical things. But like, if you see something you like and you really, really like it and you can't stop thinking about it a week later, get it. Like, get it, because you're going to think about it, you're going to save. 6 months later, it's not there.
Go pop out.
Money always comes back.
Buy those shoes. Buy that sneaker.
Yeah, and if you can't, you just need to get a side hustle. And side hustle money is do whatever I want money. Like, don't think about it. Number 3, don't buy a car that you are approved for. Like, if the bank says yes, you can get this car, don't get it. Make sure you can afford it. You know, and by afford it, yeah, it is a trap. And then obviously, like, people don't realize car sales people are very nice, but it's because the nicer they are to you, the more money they make. So sometimes you'll get stuck in a really, really bad deal. And you're just happy because you got your car. You don't really care about how. But when you actually look at your statement, you've literally been paying whatever for
food
3+ months and there's no change. Like, nothing happens. So don't always get whatever you're approved for. Number 4, don't save all your money in a bank. Banks are safe, which is great. But try diversify. Try play around. You can enter into stocks. Enter into crypto if you want, you know, just be safe, but it's good. And especially if you're young, that's number 5. If you're young, don't really have kids, don't really have much responsibilities, I think this is your time to take a chance with whatever you want to do. So if you're trying to pursue a side hustle, go for it. Like, do it right now. You've got the time. You might not have all the time you think you do, but you do have time. Cut out the Netflix. Maybe don't see your friends every weekend. Yeah, it'll pay off eventually.
Yeah.
So
like that.
Those are my 5.
Wow, man.
I didn't even mark any myth, but
I know.
It's perfect.
It was perfect. They got it.
At least now you know that the book is actually more than that even. That's already a lot. That's already a
the
lot.
book is like, I really wish I had this book. I feel, if I had this book, I probably would have saved approximately 85,000 rand.
Shit.
In my first 2 years.
I think Posties needs to buy this book, man. 85K.
Yeah, today.
No, let me explain. It was because I bought a car incorrectly, and also like in terms of like my apartment, like yeah.
But it's beautiful that also like the lessons you've learned, you're translating it to also make your community.
Literally.
For real.
We can't all make the same effort. The same way when you guys learn things that I don't know, teach me.
Yeah. Oh, facts.
Facts.
It's a community at the end of the day.
Teach me how to be consistent with the podcast.
Yes. Now we got you. We got you.
Yeah.
No, Nokuhle, thank you so much for joining us.
So much.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're still gonna chop it up, and it's also not gonna be our last time here, guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah.
It has been
Plug.
great.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
Plug. I'm done. This is a conversation with my friends.
Say www one more time, just so that they know where to get the book.
www.lomaku.co.za. Or you can just send me a DM on Instagram. I will always respond.
Yes.
It might not be like immediately, but I will respond. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. Like, I actually had so much fun. I was slightly nervous because I was like, oh my word. And I was like trying to binge on the podcast. I'm like, what type of questions can they ask me? And I'm like, these are your friends. Literally, just go have a conversation.
Literally, it's a catch up.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you guys on the streets.
Yes,
thank you for being part of the Posties family.
Yes.
Posties family, thank you so much for being on this journey with us, liking, commenting, subscribing, saying what's up to us in person. Literally all of our social media platforms. Guys, please, in the description. And as always, the journey continues. Yeah.
That was fine. You guys are superstars. Nah.